Hi, welcome to this lecture. So, from this lecture, we will be starting about pointers and we will be studying about pointers. Now, pointer is a very important concept in C++ and DSA using C++. This concept is not present in Python, but the internal working is done by pointers only. So, the Python people who are watching this, do not worry about that because this concept is quite important if you are a developer, no matter which language you are using. Okay. So we are going to start about studying pointers today. So what is a pointer? The first question arises, what is a pointer? From the name you can see it points to something, right? It points to something. That something is actually the address of another variable, or I can say the address of some data type that we have, not the data type of variable. Okay, it points to the address of some variable. What it means by pointing to the address of some variable, let's understand. So there is a special data type in C++. This is also a data type, that is the pointers, which is used to hold the address of variables. Like whenever a variable is created, when we are writing int a equal to 8, what is happening here? A 4-byte memory space is being allocated, and we are giving the identifier name as a. Okay, so 4-byte memory space is allocated in RAM. So the RAM is quite big. This is the RAM, and RAM is quite big. So it takes a very small space inside the RAM. We really don't know where exactly it is taking any space. We really don't know if it is present here, if it is present here, if it is present here, if it is present here. So that address where exactly it is present is given by a hexadecimal number. Okay, hexadecimal number. So that hexadecimal number, we need something to hold that hexadecimal number. Like we need the integer data type to hold integers. We need the double data type to hold doubles. Doubles mean 2.3, 2.4. We need the float data types to hold floats. They are also similar. And double is the double amount of float. I mean, the float variable takes 4 byte of space, double takes 8 byte of space. Okay. So we need the character data type to hold any character. We need the string data type to hold any string. Similarly, we need the pointer data type to hold these hexadecimal numbers that are the address of other variables. So what I mean to say in short, like we are creating a variable, like this is a variable of memory byte 4 byte, like the integer variable a equal to 8. So there is a hexadecimal number 0xA239F. Suppose this is the hexadecimal number that is being associated with this memory address. So how to store this hexadecimal number? Like this is a integer memory address, integer data type address. So we have to create a pointer, and how we will be creating that? We will be creating int star that will be giving us the pointer, and we will be creating giving a name to it. Like we were creating a double, we are creating integer. Similarly, int star is for a pointer of the type integer. Okay, pointer for the type integer, not of the type, for the type integer. So we are writing int p. Now the thing is how to get this number. So for that purpose, you need to use something called as the address of operator. Like this is a equal to 8, int a equal to 8 given to us in given to us, and we need to know the address of a. So what I will be writing? Address of a. I will be writing like this: cout address of a endl. So this will be giving me a hexadecimal number. Okay, that hexadecimal number can be stored here. So I can write int star p equal to address of a. So p is holding the hexadecimal number, like I am going to show you. Like you can see here, it is written here that every variable that we are declaring in our program takes some memory space in our RAM, and that memory space amount is decided by the data type of the variable. Suppose the data type is integer, then it will be taking 4 bytes of memory space. So we need a integer star, integer star pointer to hold that. Similarly, the data type is double, that will be taking 8 byte memory space, and we will be need something called as double star. If there are some object, like we are creating some node object for linked list, suppose, then we will be using node star to hold a pointer of this node object, node star. So any type of object also we can take pointers for any type of objects, and for any type of data type, the previously defined data type or inbuilt data type, we can take pointers. Okay, so that hexadecimal number can be given by using the address of operator. Similarly in Python, this is in Python. Similarly in Python, we can get id. Id will give us a number, and hex will convert that number to hexadecimal. So this is the process in Python. Do not worry about this Python because the concept is important. Normally in Python we don't really use the pointer concept, but the concept, the address, how the address is, how we are accessing the address, how the value is getting referenced, they are quite important. Okay, so the thing is now to store this address of variable, we are using this pointer. Like you can see, we are using this pointer to store this address. So now you must be thinking, what is the size of this pointer? Now it depends upon your system. In my system it shows 4 bytes. In some system it shows 8 bytes as well for integer pointer. So you can check that in your system. How to check that? Use the size of operator. Suppose int star p equal to, you are storing address of a, the size of p. Check that and you will be getting the size of your integer pointer variable. Okay, so now what we know, this is our 4 byte memory space, 8 is inside it. We only know this hexadecimal address. Suppose we only know this hexadecimal address, p is given to us. This 8 is not given to us, but 8 is present inside that memory space. So how to get that? We use a operator called as star, which is also known as the dereferencing operator. Dereferencing means whenever I am writing like this, it means go to p and dereference that address. I mean get the value from that address. So this will give us an output of 8. Now this will give us a hexadecimal number. I mean this hexadecimal number, if that is the address. Okay. Similarly, this can be done in Python by using a library called ctypes. This is our ID, and we are using something called as ctype.cast. So we are really not going to use that anywhere in Python. So don't worry. Now the next thing is, one thing to notice, that int star p equal to address of a, that means address of a is a hexadecimal number that is given to p. That's why star p is dereferencing and giving us the value. If this is not a hexadecimal number, if p is not a hexadecimal number, then this star p will not work. That will give us an error. Like you can see here, this we are assigning null to p or 0 to q. Okay, and now if I try star p or star q, then that will give us error. Okay, now this error is generated because of the null pointer. Okay, we can't really dereference this address. We really don't have the address 0 and null. These are not hexadecimal numbers. So always remember that if you are not assigning the proper address, then you can't really dereference, and that will give us a lot of errors. So these type of things you will see in DSA as well when we will be doing trees or linked list type things. Okay. So the next thing is what happens when you increment pointer. Like if I equal to 0, int I equal to 0, and I write I plus plus, so that becomes 1. If I again write I plus plus, that becomes 2. But what happens if we do that in pointers? Suppose a pointer p int star pointer equal to address of a hexadecimal number is given, and I am doing p plus plus. What will happen to p then? So now you understand. This is your entire RAM. Now this is the 4 byte memory space. And the starting block address of this 4 byte memory space is given in p. This is for a. Okay, now the starting memory address is given. Now if I am writing p plus plus, that do not mean I have to increase p by 1. That means increase p by 1 block. So 1 block is of 4 bytes. So 4 byte will be added to p. What I mean to say, in hexadecimal, suppose this is 0xA236, and we are going to add 4 bytes here, and we will be getting the address. We are going to add 4, not 1. If it is of type double, if here is not integer but double, we will be adding 8 here. Okay, because one block is of size 8 bytes or 4 bytes, depending upon if it is a double or if it is an integer. So the pointer will be now pointing to this address. So after I am doing p plus plus, the pointer is pointing here. This is the first position of p when it was pointing to address of a. Now it is pointing to what? Now it is pointing to a block, after 4 bytes. Okay. Now this is the first condition. Like people always get confused in this condition. Companies also ask this type of question to people, because the pointer concept is the most complex concept in C++ or whatever programming language you are doing. Okay, this address concept. So the second thing what we are doing, we are going to the here the block is given to us, this is of 4 bytes, and this is the address of P that is given to us. The P is given to us hexadecimal number. What I am doing here, we are going to the value of P, like we are entering inside this address, we are getting it as 8, and we are incrementing the value. We are doing 8 plus plus, that is 9, but here no change in address is getting no changes in address is taken place. Why? Because we are dereferencing it first, closed inside the bracket. After that we are after that we are incrementing it, so the value is going to be getting changed. So if we are doing this first, then this will print 9, and do not do it at the same time, because if we are doing P++, then that will go to the next block and it will not be showing 9, it will be giving you some garbage value. Okay, because in the next blocks we have stored nothing, right? We have not allocated any value to this next block. There are some garbage value, anything is present there, any number can be present there. Okay, so that happens when you do pointer arithmetics. Similarly, you can do minus minus and all other things. We will be considering the size of integer or the size of double while doing the arithmetics. We will not be considering 1 or 2 while doing the arithmetics. Okay, now the concept of double pointers comes in. Now you know that if we have a variable like a equal to 8, so it has a hexadecimal memory space, a hexadecimal address. Now to hold this hexadecimal address, we need a pointer. Okay, now this pointer has some hexadecimal address as well. To hold that hexadecimal, because this is also a variable, right? It has also a hexadecimal address. To hold that hexadecimal address, we need a double pointer. Now you can consider double pointer as the pointer of pointer. Okay, now double pointer points to the pointer that you are taking. Like here you can see we are assigning a equal to 3. It is very easy. We are assigning a equal to 3. We are assigning int star P equal to address of a. We are assigning this hexadecimal number to the pointer. After that we are assigning this pointer address to a double pointer. Like 2 stars are here. You can see double pointer, we call it. Okay. Next we are printing P, so we'll be getting a hexadecimal address. We'll be printing star Q, we'll getting the same hexadecimal address. Why? Now you can see this. Now let me create. This is for A, this is for P, and this is for Q. So what this A holds? A holds 3. What this P holds? This holds address of A, a hexadecimal number. Now what this Q holds? This holds address of P. So what star Q will hold? If we are taking star Q instead of Q, that will hold the value at this address. What is the value at this address? That is the address of A. So these two will be printing the same thing. The P and star of Q, these will be printing the same thing. So take it. How to solve any pointer question? Like pointer questions are normally asked in interview just to check your understanding. So how to solve any pointer question? Take a pen and paper. Try to use this concept of buckets. So that will be very much easy to solve the problems asked in any interview. Okay. So now we are going to see some problems. How I am solving the problem so that you guys can understand how to solve a problem. Now you can see here we have something called as A. A is given to us as 7 and B is given to us as 17 here. We are taking a pointer variable C and we are storing the address of B here. Okay. Now star C equal to 7. So what we are doing? Star C means dereferencing C. So we are going to the address here and we are changing this to 7. Okay, that happened here. We went to the address and we changed the value to 7. So now what it will print? It will print 7 7 because both the variables has the value 7. Okay, that is our first problem. Very basic problem. These type of problems are asked always in, even if you are going for some competitive exams like GATE or something, these things will be asked. Okay, so now A equal to 50. So we have A equal to 50. Now this pointer PTR holds the address of A. Now you can see this PTR holds the address of A. So what we are doing? We are printing star pointer plus plus. That means first we will print the star pointer. After that the increment will happen. So this line will print 50. That is the property of plus plus incrementing operator. After that what will happen? This will go here and this will increment it. So this will become 51. So this line will print 51. So what will be the answer? The answer will be 50. 51 for this problem. Okay, now very much easy if you are going to use this bucket concept, because this is the concept you must use. Like if you are using normal text like a equal to address of p equal to address of, here a lot of mistake happens. So use the bucket concept. That is the best way to know what will be the answer. So suppose int star pointer equal to 0. Now you can see what happened here. We are assigning null pointer here. I have already told you the concept null pointer here. We are assigning a equal to 10 and we are assigning derefer. What we are doing here, first we are dereferencing it. We are trying to dereference it. Now you can't really go to this hexadecimal address. This is not a hexadecimal number. So this will give us an error. This program will give us an error. So this is how you should solve a pointer concept, and this is all about pointers. No such programming coding is needed, just the concept should be clear. Okay, so I have some problems for you. Also the premium tickets will be getting some notes, so you guys can go through the notes and you can solve the problems. After that we will be starting our new topic, which we'll be studying about arrays or dynamic arrays, vectors, all those stuffs. Okay, so I hope the lecture was good. Thank you for joining this lecture, guys. See you tomorrow.